Hi everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be part of the bilingual family, which is mostly me attempting to speak English. So in today's video I wanted to do something around Valentine's Day. This video is going to be uploaded on the 13th of February, which is a Sunday, and on Monday, so tomorrow, it's actually Valentine. Now I don't celebrate Valentine. My boyfriend and I have been together for quite some years, but I think we never really celebrated it because, you know, every day is a day of love and all of that jazz. But mainly because I've never been really drawn to the idea of Valentine's Day, like there being like one specific day to celebrate it, you know? That kind of stuff. What I do like about Valentine's Day is everything that has to do with makeup. I love seeing a lot of like the Valentine's Day looks. I love the color pink in shadow form. I don't love it in clothes form, but I love it in like makeup form. And I'm basically wearing the only kind of pinkish, even though this is a very light lilac color, I'm wearing this, you know, I'm wearing this. I kind of wanted to do a shop my stash revolving all of the like pink products that I have in my collection. So we have a couple of really good ones, and actually for the blush I asked you guys on Instagram which pink blush that I should use, and a lot of you said the Rare Beauty Vulnerable blushes, which is ideal for me because these look so pretty, so I'm really excited about these. I have all sorts of products that are pink in shade or pink in formula, and I'm just so excited. Pink in shade or pink in formula? Pink in shade or pink in packaging, just, you know, everything related to the color pink. This is a pink themed Valentine's Day shop my stash. Whew, we got it out, thank God. Let's apply some pink products to my face, shall we? So I'm first going to apply the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Concealer. I'm gonna use this one because it has like the lightest hint of pink on the cap, and also because I just really like this concealer and I want to finish it up, and I'm just using that on my lid space. I'm still kind of looking for a eyeshadow primer that I want to buy, but I don't really know which one. I kind of want to try the Urban Decay like primer potion. That one is such a classic, I feel like, but it seems to work well. And then for eyeshadow, I could not resist to use this palette again. So this is the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. It's basically a Valentine's edition palette, and I wanted to use this one again because like what palette is better than this one for Valentine's Day, because it has like the pinks, purples, neutrals. First color that I'm actually going to pick up is a little bit of a mix of corset and mahogany. Oh no, I'm actually gonna take corset and cotton, and then I'm gonna put that just into the crease. Like I said, we're gonna do something very natural and very like soft, I would say. We're gonna go soft today. These shades blend out themselves, I swear to God. So that is that mix of those two shades together. So we have a very nice transition shade going on right now. And what I'm actually planning on doing is just apply a little bit of this like lavender shade, or maybe even this like these two shades on like the entire lid space as like a very soft kind of like wash of color. But I also kind of want to use this split liner from Glisten Cosmetics, which is like a pink, and this bubblegum pink is so pretty. So I'm kind of thinking of what I want to do with that. If I want to do like a liner situation, maybe I'll do like a double liner situation because I really like that lately. I'm just gonna take that soap shade, which is like the lightest lavender in this palette, and I'm gonna quickly just apply that and see if it works. So my camera shut off, so I don't know where it stopped, but basically I was saying that I was going to apply the shade Soap on the mobile lid and not really taking it out any further, so really creating that soft like look. It's almost like a very soft cut crease, you could say, that we are kind of creating with this. And this pastel is actually showing up pretty well considering the fact that it's a pastel. Okay, and then we're actually going to do the double liner situation. So these are water activated liners, and this is the Glisten Cosmetics split liner in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake. Okay, so what I usually do is I just take like a drop of water. I kind of want to, no, we're gonna do the light pink. We're gonna do the light, maybe not. Okay, so these are like the colors. I think I'm gonna go with like that baby pink, even though like but it would be such a statement, wouldn't it? Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go with the brighter pink. And while I am doing my liner, I'm either going to shut up because I'm so concentrated on what I'm doing, or you will get a talking version of me, which is also very interesting. That was stressful. But we got there in the end, and I actually really like the color and like the color combination. Do you know how I said that I wanted this look to be soft, and then I proceeded to add like a very sharp liner? What was I thinking? If you want it to be a little bit softer, you can just leave the liner, don't do the liner, and just kind of like add mascara and blend out like the transition shade a little bit lower, and then you have like that beautiful lavender lid. But obviously I'm taking a slightly more full-on creative turn with this look. I'm actually going to finish the lower lash line once my entire complexion is done, because I feel like that will just be a little bit easier with, especially with like the double liner that I want to do. Let's move on to the base makeup. The product that I want to use to prep my skin for this Valentine's Day look is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. And I love this because of the pink packaging, and it's very Valentine's Day, you know, it's pink, it's beautiful. I'm gonna say pink so many times in this video, but this is also like currently one of my favorite products to prep my skin with. And then I'm just gonna apply that to my face. My face is gonna turn slightly red. I actually did pretty well on that liner, if I do say so myself. And then for foundation, this is actually not pink at all, but for today I decided to go with something that is a little bit more on the natural side, a little bit of a skin tint. So this is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint, and I have the shade 3. So I'm taking my e.l.f. airbrush blender, and I'm just gonna blend this out all over my skin. And in the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. Let's talk about it. I was wondering, do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day? If you do, why? Tell me why. I'm interested. And if you don't, also tell me why, because I'm also interested. Valentine's Day to me is just like, it's take it or leave it, It's not a day that I'm particularly fond of. It just doesn't really mean anything. And I don't think my partner and I have really done anything for Valentine's Day, like ever. It's just a day that is so and obviously, like, Valentine's Day movies are also really good. Like, just like, those very cringy kind of movies, you know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. Or there's this one, like, Jennifer Lopez was really good at that. And then you had Matthew McConaughey. She was also in that one movie that I cannot remember the name of right now. But it's like, you remember the line where they call like bullshit, that kind of thing. Like A24 in general, which is like the one that also produced Euphoria, or is producing Euphoria right now. They have some like amazing shit. Like I know Midsommar is also from them. They also produced the Amy Winehouse documentary, which is, I think it was called just Amy, right? But they're my favorite kind. But at the same time, sometimes I don't want that, and I want something that is just a little bit more relaxed and chill. Especially, when I'm not feeling great. I want to know, do you have the same thing, that when you're not really in a great mood and you feel like crying, that you don't really watch like any of that heavy stuff? Sometimes I forget how good this product is, and then you just use something else, and then you use this again and you're like, this is amazing. Fenty Beauty Ease Drop, god damn, one of my favorite skin tints. I forgot a product. I was actually going to use this after the Glow Recipe thing. So this is the Stay Glowy Super Gel, and I was supposed to apply this after. I forgot about it. So for concealer, like I said before, I'm just going to use the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Concealer, I think this is called, and I have the shade 130N. And I'm just going to use that in all of the normal places that I usually put concealer. This is starting to dry out a little bit, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is as good as empty. Like it's getting there. And like I said, it has that light pink on the top, so it's pink. This looks like a lot of foundation, but like I said, the Rare Beauty concealer is like very thin in texture, and it blends out immediately. I was looking at tutorials on face shapes and how to contour them. I compared like the heart shape and the square shape. I asked him like, what face shape do you think resembles mine the most? And he said square. And I was like, you know what? You might actually have a point there. I might actually be kind of a square. And then I did that contour thing on me, but the concealer / the highlight part, which is what I'm doing now, blew my mind. It was really, I saw an instant like change in my face. So for bronzer, I'm gonna use the NYX Bare With Me Luminous Cheek Serum, and I still unfortunately do not know which shade this is, and I will have to write it down. And I use this in a video where I use new products, but like I said, I don't know if that one is coming after or before this one. It would be easier to show you the new products before I actually use them in a tutorial. But like I said, Valentine's Day is on Monday, and I'm just gonna take a brush and then apply that everywhere. Now, I actually decided to go with this one because first of all, it's a light pink packaging, and it was like, obviously, but also because this is quite sheer and I don't really want this to be a very bronze look. I actually want it to be more of a blushy look. For blushes, I asked you guys on Instagram because I was unsure of which blushes I wanted to use. I asked you guys on Instagram which blush I should use, and you said the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable blushes. So here I have two shades, Nearly Mauve and I have Nearly Neutral. And I think for today, I'm actually going to use Nearly Neutral. Okay, so I'm actually just going to take my sponge and dip that in there, and then we're going to apply it. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I really like this blush and I love this formula. Like I said, it's a little bit sheer than what you would expect, but it's so, so pretty. And then I'm, even though you said the Rare Beauty blush, I'm also going to use the tiniest bit of my Milani blush because this is beautiful and very, like that very classic pink, you know. So I'm just going to take that on the outer part of my cheekbone and apply it there. You know, a little bit of an ombre blush. Isn't that a thing on TikTok right now? I'm also going to take that up to the temple a little bit. I'm loving this. Then for highlighter, we're actually going to use a powder highlighter today, and this is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder, and I have the shade Ozone. This is what it looks like. I mean, look at this. This is my favorite powder highlighter, by the way, because it is the best powder highlighter ever to exist. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques setting brush, and it just looks like a cream on the skin, which is insane because not a lot of, like, usually like powder highlighters, they just emphasize everything. And this one doesn't do that. It's pretty insane if you ask me. I'm gonna add a little bit on the nose as well, like right there. Now I'm gonna take my sponge again and a little bit of Nearly Neutral, which is a blush, because of the color payoff of highlighters, I usually use a little bit of the pigment of my blush, and then I just like to reapply that a little bit. What else do I have to do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder just underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna use the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. Just because this has pink lettering and it looks very Valentine's Day-ish to me, but also because I've been using the Kosas Cloud Set a little bit too much lately again. So I'm just going to use this one underneath the eyes only. So I'm actually quickly going to do my brows, and I'm going to use the Kosas brow gel for that. This is the Air Brow, so this is what it looks like, and I have the shade Taupe. I have already set my eyebrows a little bit in place with like a translucent hair wax, like an actual hair gel, not for your brows, but this is just gonna give them a little bit of color and some more like duo fiberness, as you can see. I love the combination of this. I think I'm gonna finish up the eyes first before I do the lips. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take that mix of corset and cotton again, and I'm gonna apply that underneath the eyes as a little bit of just like something, and also to kind of tie the upper part and the bottom part together. Then I'm going to take that split liner from Glisten Cosmetics, and I'm actually going to dip my brush into the lighter shade right now instead of the darker one, so leaving a little bit of room between the upper liner and the bottom liner, like that. From the center of that liner, kind of bringing it in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't think it looks bad actually, but it needs some darkness just where those two kind of match. So I'm gonna go into the shade Mahogany, I think I'm gonna do. And taking some of that and just rubbing it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the shade Cotton. And I'm gonna go in between the two liners and just kind of put that shade right there. And that's gonna help it to really emphasize the kind of space between the two of them. And then we're gonna apply some mascara, and for that I'm gonna use the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Okay, so now to completely finish off this look, we're gonna do the lips. So for the lips, I have chosen the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige because I didn't want to use my shade Natural that I've been using in every single video. And this is more of a cool toned contoury shade, so I kind of wanted to use this one again. This is the Lisa Eldridge True Velvet Lipstick, and this is the shade Velvet Petal. And I think it will complement the blush and the eyes very nicely. And then for lip gloss, obviously we need a little bit of a lip gloss to give these lips some juicy plumpness. So I'm going to use the Catrice Powerful 5 Glossy Lip Oil in the shade Raspberry Glow. This is a beautiful pinky, very sheer but still visible kind of pink lip gloss. And it's also not like overly high shine, so I like that. What I don't love is this hair. This hair is driving me crazy. And I don't know, it's just not doing its thing today. But regardless, I really like the way that my makeup look turned out. I feel like it's really glowy, very blushy, very pink, which is my favorite type of lip to do. And I really just like the look in general. Please let me know, by the way, what you are doing for Valentine's Day, if you celebrate it or not. And if you do celebrate it, like, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that is everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and this look. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll probably see you in my next one. Bye!